Welcome back. Senate Republicans dealing another blow to getting more aid to Ukraine, vowing yesterday to quash any bill for Ukraine aid that does not address our southern border, which is wide open. And in less than 45 minutes, members of the Senate GOP will be holding a news conference on the southern border as this advancing aid bill will not pass, they say, without border security measures for us here at home. Let's bring in now Senator Mike Braun of Indiana. He's a member of the Budget Committee and a member of the Health, Education, Labor and Pensions Committee. Senator Braun, welcome into Newsline. Good to see you, sir.
You bet.
So the White House wanted this, all-encompassing package, aid to Ukraine, Israel. Very strong message yesterday. Like the Senate, though, the House Republicans say it has to be tied to the border. Do you believe that there will be some funding that's worked out, or does this stall and money for Ukraine stalls without the border protection for Americans?
So I think finally, in the 5 years I've been here, this is the first time one of the most serious issues that was a big issue, even back in 2018 when I ran for Senate, through the Trump administration, it got down to where there was very few illegal crossings, and then open borders policy as soon as Biden got elected. That has been brewing as a key issue. And I believe, along with the weak economy, November 24, that will be what litigates the election. So this is the first time in my time here where there were 41 Republicans that said, until we secure the southern border, we can't attend to any of this other stuff. And it's not to mention that all this aid will be 100% borrowed money to boot. That's a whole nother discussion. But here, it looks like finally the House has said one thing, and the Schumer Senate, though, he is the one that will have full authority, along with his communications with the White House, in terms of what happens. He'll try to spin it in a way that says we can't do all of that. But I hope Republicans hold strong. It's the first time we've had us all together on this key issue.
Yes, for sure. And I want to get into the pilot issue, because that's something that a lot of folks would be happy to hear, because your recent legislation would reinstate people who were wrongfully put out of work, Senator, over their COVID-19 vaccination status. As you mentioned here in the legislation, President Biden's vaccine mandates were completely out of line. They violated the liberties of key workers essential in our daily operations, our skies, as you call it. It was jab or job. So what is the status of this, and how many folks do you think could be back in the air because of your legislation?
Well, there were quite a few, and let's go back to what we did lead on that even had larger consequences. Remember when it was in the rearview mirror, and they were still doubling down on forcing all employers down to 100 employees to force a vaccination upon their employees. That would have been the biggest havoc wreaked in the entire COVID journey. We did a Congressional Review Act that took notice, got 2 Democrats on it, and thank goodness 2 weeks later, the Supreme Court said that is nonsense. There are still vestiges, though, of bad results. And as far as hard as it is to get pilots currently, we're understaffed there chronically across the country. This bylaw says reinstate the pilots that were fired by the federal government because they refused to get a vaccine.
Well, we'll be watching it closely, obviously, fighting for the American worker there. It's important that people are able to do what they are trained to do, especially when they are, like you said, in high demand right now. Senator Mike Braun, good to see you, sir.
You're welcome. Good to be on.
Thank you.